Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Dreams Unlimited Travel Podcast. My name is John Magi, and I'll be your host. And in this episode, Teresa Echols is going to share with us her top 5 tips for saving money for a Disney vacation. I'm joined at the table by our panel of experts, agent and Welcome Center Manager for Dreams Unlimited Travel, Teresa Echols.
Hello.
Client Services Manager for Dreams Unlimited Travel, Kevin Close.
Hi, everyone.
Agent for Dreams Unlimited Travel, bless you, Kathy Whirling.
Hi, everybody.
And back in our production facility, we have our producer, Craig Williams. Thank you all for joining us and participating in our conversation about saving money for Disney. We have done many shows in the past about saving money on your Disney vacation, booking with discounts, booking through Dreams Unlimited Travel, where we will check for discounts constantly and apply them to your reservation. Booking with us for a Disney Cruise Line shipboard credit or an Adventures by Disney early booking discount off of your reservation. But often we're asked, that's all great, but I don't have the money even to start to think about a Disney vacation. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to come up with some tips to help you save some money towards a vacation. Doesn't have to be Disney, but we hope it will be. And the last episode we did, Kathy Whirling shared with us her 5 tips. This episode, Teresa Echols is going to tell us about her 5 top money-saving tips for a Disney vacation. So take it away, Teresa. Go for it.
Thank you, John Magi.
You're welcome.
My top tip, and we've talked about it, other people have talked about it a little bit. My bank has a savings account that you can do, and it's basically it takes any debit or checking that you've done every day, and at the end of the day, it takes all that change that's rounded up and moves it over to my savings account.
Oh, so it automatically takes that?
Automatically does it.
Oh, I didn't know that. I do it myself.
No, so like
Every day it moves it in there?
every day it
Holy
moves
smokes,
in.
that's great.
And it moves it in individually. So say I had something for $1.10, something for, and then I spent some odd change. So some days, like tomorrow is going to be a big day because it's been a weekend and a holiday. So tomorrow right now I've got probably 30 things in pending processing. When all that adds up, it'll probably put $5 or $6 into my savings account.
So that was something you had to set up with them, where you set up this. Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty
And
cool.
over the years, I will tell you, last year, $1,200 went into savings because of that.
Wow.
And I've done this for years. Now, I'm not saying it stays in savings. Sometimes I
Yeah.
move it right back if I need it. But it's there. And I think it's a $5, Bank of America, I think it's a $5 monthly fee. So, and they take it out of there. But so far this year, or this month, I think I've put in about $35 in savings.
And I do that, but I do it myself. And anytime I write a check out of my checking account, I just round up and I round up and subtract that. And at the end of the month, when I kind of reconcile everything, I'm usually anywhere from $5 to $15 ahead.
Yeah.
And what I do is, that's not money I missed. That's not money that I,
Yeah, I used to do that just so I'd always have a cushion in my checking account when I was
there
in
was
the
a
very
time when
beginning.
that was
That's what I'm like, okay, I know I've got extra there because when it gets really low, right?
The only problem is when you start overestimating the
Overestimating.
extra.
But no.
I've got $70 in there.
My bank does it every night.
That's really
Can
cool.
I ask
And-
you what your bank is? Because I'm
Bank of
not-
America.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And
not
I've
heard
had
of
this for years. Since we moved, it's probably been 15 years I've had this checking account. And it just moves it over, and I don't have to think about it. And it's such a little amount every day
that
you don't miss it.
Right.
I'm big on if you're not going to miss the money, that's a great way to save.
Yeah.
And that's like, you won't miss that 45 cents, but it adds up.
So sometimes if I'm getting gas and I can control the end purchase amount, I'll go a few cents over the dollar, knowing that 98 cents is going into savings today.
This is kind of the digital version of Kathy's, which is save your change.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
what you're doing. You're
Yeah.
saving your change, but just digitally.
Yeah.
Excellent. What's your next tip?
Okay, my next one doesn't apply to me, but it applies to my husband and other people. They stop somewhere, Starbucks, somewhere every day, and get a beverage. This is not mine. It's yours.
I know.
You could have saved that money.
I didn't pay for it, John.
Okay, John could have saved that money.
I rounded it
adds
up.
We're talking
With $30
What is
in
a
the
minimum $5 a day, right? if you do it every day.
Yep.
$25 a
Yeah,
week if you're
absolutely
you're
true.
doing it on the way to work. Make your coffee at home, you know, or skip it.
If that's the thing that's holding you back from having a vacation, certainly switch. Miss your Starbucks.
Add it
for
up.
sure.
Katie and I, on Friday mornings, we go to Wawa and get our coffee. So that's our day. You can't go any other day of the week. We just go that one day. So
Yeah, even
so
cutting
it's
back.
like
You only have coffee one day a week?
No, outside coffee one day. a week.
outside, but it's like
That's why she's so calm.
I don't think I can pull this off.
now I have my Keurigs at home, but we allow ourselves. That's our treat. On Friday mornings, we go to Wawa. We're there at like 6 o'clock in the morning to get our
Yeah.
coffee. So
My brother-in-law rides his bicycle 5 miles to Starbucks every day, every morning to get his Starbucks.
oh wow,
And I'm
Here's the
going,
deal: if you can afford it and it's not a problem, by all means, do whatever
Oh,
it is that
yeah.
makes you happy. But
But if you're thinking of ways to cut back,
how do I
I
cut
just
back?
want to
For
also
sure.
mention that these ideas that we're talking about are not radical.
No.
Other people have said it, but this is sort of focused on saving for a Disney vacation. This can also be done if you need a new dishwasher.
small
Yeah,
changes
yeah.
just add up, and it really does. I've learned that from
I'd rather they wash their dishes by hand and buy a vacation through us. That's how I prefer they spent their money. Teresa, what's your next tip?
Next one, I don't do this one, but I have a friend who does. They have a gas card for whatever gas station you're at. And I know there's one by work, Cumberland Farms. If you use their gas card, you get a discount on your gas. So you're saving money that way. Like, say it's, 10 cents less.
Right? Sometimes it's significant.
It's a significant difference. But once again, you've got to take that money and put it somewhere. Because if you just do something to save money, the money you're not spending or the money you're saving just gets absorbed back into your life.
Right.
And it's like, oh, found money. But
Adding on to that, I have a credit card through the bank that I do business with, and I earn points for
That's
every
my next one. That's in my top 10.
Oh.
Don't steal my ideas.
Okay.
Going back to your gas card thing, one of the things I like is BJ's, big box store, and I get gas there. First of all, it's cheaper for members, but they do this thing where if that week you buy, I'm going to make something up, paper towels and Windex and something else, it takes money off the price of your gas.
Oh.
And you can get it down as low as 2 cents a gallon
wow.
to buy gas.
Oh.
If you buy all the things, now some of the things you don't need, so I've never gotten it that low, but you can do that where you get the price of gas down by
That's
purchasing
almost
the
like-
things you need.
you got to think about it before you go, right? You gotta
yeah, yeah.
know.
That
you
takes-
got to know.
I think a lot of things, if you want to be serious about it, it takes some effort.
Like
Yeah.
couponing.
Couponing, yeah.
For sure.
I find one of the things that works for me is to not carry much cash. If I break a $100 bill, 2 days from now, you're going to say to me, I'm going to say, where did that money go? And I can't account for it. I use a debit card or a credit card for everything. And it sort of keeps me on track because I pay it off at the end of the month. But it makes me realize what I'm spending money on.
Yeah.
And so I find that works for me.
Now, when my kids were little, going back to your change jar, that kind of a thing, I'd always have cash because kids are always I need 5, I need 10, whatever. So I would get probably $100 when I cash back when I go to the grocery store to start the week. And I get it in small bills because I'm not giving a kid a 20 when I can give him 5 ones or whatever. At the end of the week or at the end of my pay, right before I get paid again, any change, any cash left in my wallet that hasn't been spent or given away goes into the savings fund.
Towards whatever it is you guys are saving.
Right. It could be,
collectively.
it could be anything, but yeah.
Actually, that's a tip we didn't come up with, playing off of that, is using an ATM. ATMs will usually charge you a fee unless you use your own bank's ATM. I always find that if you want to get cash, get it at the grocery
The
store.
grocery
Yeah.
store, yeah.
Just take it out when you do your groceries because there's no
Yeah.
fee involved in that.
That's also another way I have done when I've gone on other trips, like if I'm going to visit my family and something. Every time I go to the grocery store, I'll take out 20 or 30 in cash and just set it aside for that. So I've got cash in hand when I go on my trip.
Rather than having to go to the ATM or the
And whether
bank.
to do it all at once. It's such a little, I buy $50 worth of groceries, $20 cash. I don't miss it. But, if you go in and try to get a couple hundred at a time, you miss it.
Seems big.
Yeah.
All right, what's your next tip?
All right, my next one is kind of a all-encompassing, kind of make it work for yourself kind of a thing. Do one thing every month to bring in extra money. yard sale. Could bring in a couple hundred.
I was worried where you were going to go with this. Do something to get some extra money.
Yeah, do whatever. Oh, be an Uber driver late at night. I don't know. Take the kids' clothes to the consignment shop instead of putting them in a yard sale. If they have nicer clothes, things you don't just want to go for 50 cents. Consignment shops are amazing. Grace has turned over her entire wardrobe at consignment shops.
Really?
They have one special for, teens and women, children, and you get your money back. And
What kind of prices is she getting? Is she getting
Well, it just
70% of the original
depends.
value, 50?
It just depends on the quality and if it's something unusual. I know she's gone in and took a whole bag of stuff, and she'll get maybe, I don't know, $15 back on a shirt that might have cost me $80, or depending on the quality.
Now, does the consignment shop buy it from her, or do you have to
You got to wait till it's purchased, and then you can go in. I believe you go in, the one she goes to, you can go in and use the money for something you want to buy there, or they'll give you cash.
Wow.
So that's kind of an interesting, if you got a lot, and when you got a lot of kids, that's a lot of,
Yeah.
Also, consider starting like an Etsy shop, or sell a craft or something that you make, something that that you're passionate about. You can get money that way. Save that money for, if you crochet, if you knit,
I just have to find a market for snarky
paint.
comments.
Right. My snarky comment Etsy shop.
Snarky comment and
Call me,
side
I'll
eyes.
give you one you can use.
Every time I give someone side eyes, I
Right.
should get $1.
But it's another way, or just old timey. I don't want to say lemonade stands for the kids, but people still. That's kind of an old timey thing, but people still do. In small towns, people still do little things like that to raise money.
Well, things like Etsy have brought us into that mentality, into the global economy.
Or
right?
eBay, for that matter.
Right,
Put your
so-
stuff on eBay.
Yeah.
My crap I got laying around the house, someone's going to love on eBay.
Excellent. All right, and what's your fifth tip?
My fifth one
Fifth and
is
final.
kind of go green. Stop buying the paper towels. Stop buying the paper plates. I'm trying this at my house now. It's not going over well. My sister makes her own laundry soap.
Oh, wow.
She makes her own face soap. And the money she saved alone on that,
So we have a debate at our house. We don't use paper towels for, like napkins and stuff. We use towels that we've purchased for those. Is it greener to use paper towels, or is it greener to wash the towels?
I don't know. It depends on that's a good debate.
Because you're putting detergents into the world.
But you're not
using
putting
water.
the landfill, you're not putting the paper
Right.
towels.
I've read a bunch of articles on it. I'm not a scientist, so I'm not going to pretend
But
to
you
be an
play
expert.
one on the podcast?
But I do play one on the podcast. I've read multiple articles though that say the grocery bags and such, that they have finally engineered them to a point that it's actually cheaper to just get them and recycle them. It does less harm than spending the money on a reusable bag that isn't as
Really?
friendly to be recycled. So
But those bags fall apart the minute you put too much in them because they're so biodegradable,
yeah,
right?
See, we're big on the recycle bags. We have tons of them. We bring them every time we go to the grocery store.
Do they all say Dreams
No,
Unlimited?
that's actually
Travels?
not true.
No, it's true.
No, what happens is we pretend to take them, and then what happens is we get to the grocery store and realize we didn't bring them, so we buy a couple new ones.
more.
So now we could stock our neighborhood recyclable.
I don't like when you.
bags.
I don't like when you tell stories.
I
that
know, right?
Call me out.
The truth. The truth.
How many times have you got to the store and thought, I forgot the bags at home. We'll just buy new ones.
Buy new ones.
But
However,
there is a lot of things you can cut. Now, my sister-in-law won't use a paper napkin, or she has regular napkins that she's purchased. If you're the only one using them, you can get one or two
Yeah.
meals out of that.
We don't. I'm going to be honest with you. What we do is we buy, when I see them on sale, we'll buy a bunch of dish towels.
Yes.
Like just dish towels, and we
Right.
use those as napkins. Now it's just
Yeah.
John and I, so we're not real fancy.
Right.
I wouldn't do this.
Anything tucks into the shirt.
I wouldn't do this at Thanksgiving, but this is what we use. And our idea was that it was better to wash these and reuse them than to throw away, go
Now,
through rolls of paper
My
towels.
husband is big on paper plates. He panics if there's not a paper plate in
Oh,
the cupboard.
really?
Literally, we're out of paper plates. Oh my God, what do I do? And so, I've got plates of all kinds in there he can use, but I want to cut back on the paper plates because I'll see some in the trash that look like nothing had ever been on it. It's like, well, what did you put on that? A piece of bread. Okay, well, why? So
Brush the crumbs off and reuse it.
right? So I bought plates that will go in the microwave easy, reusable, plastic. Of course, the china, that's always going to go in the microwave.
We're big on not using anything, not throwing things away if we don't have to.
right.
I've even gotten to the point where I carry a cloth bag around with me, like a reusable cloth bag that all folds up to about the size of a deck of cards. And I try when I go into a store to not take, even if it's not one of the
department
plastic
stores or
grocery
something,
right? Even if it's just I don't need another big paper
Right.
shopping bag. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm trying. I'm not always really
But
good
you
at it.
cut
But
back on some of that stuff. It adds up, especially if you're big users of disposable throwaway things,
I've been talking about it for years, and I know it's embarrassing, but like when I go to Chipotle, not that I go often, but when I do, I take as many napkins as I can, the biggest stack that I can get, and that's what I stock it with. So yes,
Stock what with your house?
Yeah, and then if I need napkins again, if it's Thanksgiving, I'm not putting out the Chipotle napkins for my family, for my friends. Yes, I think I put them out for my family once, and for Christmas this year, I did in fact get a bag of. I got a bag of napkins as a gift, but.
hang on just a second. It's Chipotle. They want to talk.
They want to talk to you about their napkin budget.
Listen, I know it's basically me downright stealing from them, but it's
Wow.
if they want to
Do
limit
you use
it.
their sporks too?
Do I use the sporks?
Yeah.
No, the plastic cutlery I only take one of, but napkins I go hog
He
wild
does.
on them.
The best part is he can use them for toilet paper. He's got a
Right.
lot of uses.
I used to do it at if you go to a fast food place that has ketchup packets and stuff. Save money. I grab an extra handful.
Craig's one and only tip: steal from people.
Right.
That's how you
Steal.
can save money.
Steal from the man. Steal from
the man.
corporations.
Gotcha. All right, so let's review Teresa's top 5 tips for saving money for a Walt Disney World or any Disney vacation. Round up all your debit and checking purchases and move the change to savings. Works out really great if you can find an account that will do that for you automatically. Skip your daily Starbucks or whatever. You can save up to $25 a week. Use a gas card. Save on the price of gas and set that money aside. Do one thing every month to bring in a little extra money. Yard sale, take kids close to consignments, start an Etsy store,
Yeah, whatever.
steal napkins.
Still napkins.
And finally, number 5, go green. Do away with paper towels and plates and make your own cleaning products.
And once again, for that, you got to set that money aside that you would have
Right.
spent on that, or it just gets absorbed back into your world, and you're not saving anything.
Excellent. If you're interested in working with Teresa on an upcoming Disney vacation, Teresa, tell us what products you sell.
Walt Disney Cruise Line and Walt Disney World are the two that I specialize
Two
in.
biggies that you specialize in. Excellent. You can write to her, T. Echols. That's TECHOLS at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com, or you can write to me at john@dreamsunlimitedtravel.com, and I will make sure Teresa gets your email.
Teckles. I'm the only agent that didn't get a first name on their email.
There was another one who's not here anymore because we had 2 people with the same first name, but
Yeah, they call me
Tech.
Teckles at Disney when I go, oh, Teckles. Okay.
Teckles, she's calling in.
Teckles.
Thank you very much, Teresa, for putting together that list. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for participating in the conversation. Thank you, everybody at home, for listening and watching. We hope you have a great week, and we hope you have a great vacation.